Let's talk about hands now and how to have a nice free wrist, how to have a nice free palm and easy joints of your hand. Whether you're typing, working at the computer, whether you're reaching for something, holding on to something, I'm going to go ahead and turn your hand over. And we're gonna look at the palm, not to read your palm and tell your fortune. Oh yes, I know your fortune is to have nice, easy use. Uh, but here, and I'll take the weight of your arm for now. Yeah, there are three arches of the palm. There's one that goes from the thumb to the side of the hand that goes in like this. There's one that goes from the bottom of the palm to the top of the palm. We know that one where you bend your hand like this when this comes together. So this movement here, yeah. And then there's one that goes from your thumb to your little finger this way. So we're going to widen all those arches. I'm going to take the weight of your arm. You can let your hand hang. And we're just going to widen them by, like we talked about before, with your neck releasing and your head going away from your spine and your spine lengthening, very nice, and your back widening. We're going to let that coordination of your body, especially that back widening and lengthening, come out through your hand and through your fingers. So I'll take the weight of your arm again. Yeah, and just you do that nice thinking where you let your neck release. Very nice. Your head go forward and up, your back widen and lengthen. Yeah, and that actually comes out through your hand. That's what very nice, what widens your hands all the way from the bottom of your hips. And that gives you that nice, easy use of your thumb. There's a nice joint here for our thumb. When our thumb moves, it moves from in here. And we also have this joint and this joint. We have a nice movement here. And quite often people get a little stuck and they leave their hand like this for years.
Yeah.
So, because we often use our thumb over this way. But it's nice to just let that release out again by starting with your neck releasing, your head going a little bit forward and up, your back widening and lengthening into releasing your thumb out from your back. There you go. And I'll take the weight of your arm once again. Good. So this gets, yes, a nice free movement there. Good. And you get that nice widening of your palm. Now the joints, I'm going to turn your arm over again. The knuckle joint here that we can so easily see here. When we turn your hand over, we're going to look and see where is it? Where is it here? And a lot of people think that it's across here, but actually it's right about here. See when you bend your hand? Yep, it's right in there. So that joint, when you bend your hand, is right in here. That bends. Just like you're doing a funny wave from here. It's right in the middle of your palm. Yes, we get that nice, easy bend across here. Yeah, and your wrist, no matter what you're doing, your wrist always stays free. Our wrists are like our necks, they stay free. And our palms kind of like our heads. In fact, our fingers are like little, sort of like little bodies with heads on the end. This last joint here is like a little neck, and these are like little heads on the end, and they release a little bit away from those little necks, and the whole finger's length. And that's even if you're holding on to something, even if you're grabbing something pretty tight, the little necks here in this last joint release, and the little heads of those fingers lengthen and go away from the little necks, and that gets you a good grip. Gives you a very, very good grip. If you release this last joint of your fingers, again with the idea that it starts with your neck releasing and your head going, allowing your head to go forward and up, away from the top of your spine to lengthen, your back to widen, and allowing that to come through your arms and hands, always your head, neck, and spine being primary, but releasing this last joint of your fingers. So it's like these little necks release and these little heads continue lengthening. So if you're playing a guitar and needing to press down on the strings, your fingers almost continue going right through those strings. Instead of tightening, which starts pulling them away, if you tighten your arm, they actually lengthen through to the neck of the guitar. If you're playing the piano, these last joints release, and that lets there be room for these little heads to lead, and the whole rest of the joints in your fingers and your arms with free wrists to follow that all the way from your back and all the way from that nice free head, neck, and back of your body out through your fingers, so they move very freely and easily in all the joints, and the rest coordinates with them. And also, if you are playing playing the violin, or even holding the bow, how you might let the ends of your fingers lengthen a little bit and leave these joints free and your wrists free in order to really be able to use your back much more. If you are playing a wind instrument and you have the keys here, you're pressing down on the keys, just that freedom there lets your hands move, your fingers move so much more quickly and freely, and leaves your arms much freer.